These are my shoes, and as I'm sure you can see already, they're pretty worse for wear. But in this video, I'm going to be cleaning them up and giving them a custom design to turn them from the wreckages that they are now into a brand new, one-of-a-kind pair of shoes. So without further ado, I'm going to throw these in the washing machine, and if they don't get destroyed,
I'm just going to crack on. I got my shoes here, I got my acrylic paints down here, and I also have this comically small vial of paint. Now, I was looking up around people doing like artwork on shoes and stuff, and this Angelus paint is the one that they all recommend. So I was like, you know what, yeah, I'll just go for it. I did not realize it would be this small. It was expensive. For this amount of liquid, oh my god. I don't think this is even going to be enough. To be honest, I think I might be screwed. But we're going to try our best to go around the shoe. These are the nice clean shoes, by the way. They came out of the washer actually like better than I thought they would, I'm not gonna lie. A few cuts and stuff, few nicks, like at the front of this shoe it's pretty rough, but to be honest, they're better than I thought, so I'll take it. But I'm gonna go over the entire shoe in this white paint first off anyway, which is gonna cover up any little markings and stuff anyway, assuming that I have enough of this. Pretty nice though. Going on pretty nicely. It's very thin stuff, which is good because it means that this vial might actually spread further than what I first thought. This cost me £7 for a cum shot of paint. Now that I've started, I'm realizing that this is going to take me an incredibly long time just to even do this white base coat. But you know, that's just how the coochie crumbles. So we're cracking on. By the way, I will be leaving links in the description to all the various paints and stuff that I use in this video. So if you're interested in checking them out for yourself, then you know where to go. And I'm also not in affiliation with any of them, so you'll get an honest review from me during this video. Oh, I've just put my fucking hand in it. I wanted to kind of make use of the tick on the shoe as a part of the design. At first, that was like a big thing. I was like, it would be cool if that tick, you know, was just like one color that was kind of coming over the top of whatever I put underneath it. But now that I've kind of thought about it a little bit more, I don't know that I want to do that. Because like, it also does look cool when the design does kind of go over the tick. And there's definitely going to be some sort of intricacy to my design. Like, I don't just want to make it colors. I could just do like the different panels in different colors and it'll be a custom shoe and jobs are good and like, it would probably look fine. But like, that's not what I want to do. I want to get a little bit more crazy with it. And there's absolutely nothing like, especially on the Shluk channel, there's absolutely nothing like overestimating your own ability. Like, you gotta just send it. I'm gonna be a little bit careful with this final bit because these holes where the laces go through, I don't want to get too much paint in them. Ideally none, but let's be honest, I already have. This is it so far, and I think it's looking pretty good. I was worried that we might get some brush strokes in there, and it was gonna add in some texture, but now that it's drying, I think it's not even going to be noticeable from afar, to be honest. So that took me 1 hour and 10 minutes. Let's do it all again. And there we have it. The second shoe is done. And honestly, the paint kind of made light work around those creases at the front, which is like crazy. I just didn't think it would work that well. I'm sure obviously once these shoes have been worn again a little bit, those cracks will start to show through again. But for now, I'm pretty impressed. I can't lie. If I do say so myself, I'm pretty impressed. But yeah, that took me about 2 hours to do both shoes. And now the next step is to do it all again because we've got to do another coat. Let's go. But I will catch you when I'm ready to do the color, which is going to be immediately because this is a video edit and I can just cut to day 2, bitch. We are so back and I know what I'm going to do on the shoe now. And I have it here and I'm going to just be looking at this so that I'm not completely freehanding it. But other than that, I am completely freehanding it. Basically off camera, I did another layer of white, which was completely useless because I don't think it was necessary at all. But I also added on a layer of this stuff, which if you watch my customizing my phone video, pretty OP. It basically just locks it in. And it means that when I do my acrylic, if I make any mistakes with my acrylics, then I can wipe them off without destroying the layers of white beneath. So my plan is I'm going to try and do a rough kind of stencil with a pencil, and then whoa, bars, actually, yo. This feels so cursed, by the way, just using a pencil to make very slight, faint lines on the shoe. I don't know if it's even coming through, but we're in the depths of the trust the process part of a Shluk video. Not gonna lie, I think with the acrylic, painting over the stitches in the shoe is going to be a fucking nightmare. And I'm already confident enough to say that if you're gonna do this at home, particularly with a new pair of shoes, buy this stuff, all right? It's gonna be better. It just is. The only reason I'm using the acrylic is because I'm lazy and I already had it. So game is game at the end of the day. It could go terribly. And that's one fun twist of my videos is that when I'm doing something like this, I'm just as in the deep end as you are. But we can learn to swim together and we ain't drowned just yet. So I think we're chilling. Fuck, I yap a lot. I need to just actually draw it. I kid you not, Wet Ass P is in my head right now. The song Wet Ass P is in my head right now. And I don't know why, I've not heard that song in a long time. I guess that's just the girl boss inside me. And there are no songs where they rap about their hard cocks, so I guess there isn't really a guy equivalent. And if there are, Hit me up. Don't do that, actually, please. I do not want DMs about songs featuring hardcocks. Get a bucket in a mop for this wet ass poo. I'm assuming you guys know who that is now. If you can see it, I don't really know. I still can't really tell how well it's coming out on camera. But it's a little bit of an uncanny valley situation right now. It's not quite right, you know what I mean? Macaroni in a pot. This is tilting me. Why can't I just make the eyebrow look how I want it to look? I think what my problem is currently is that we're trying to focus on getting the details perfect before I've even drawn the whole bloody face. So let's just do the whole thing. I don't know why I'm stressing so much. It's gonna look like him. I'm kind of seeing the vision. I won't lie. Like, I think it's actually gonna look pretty sick when I'm done. But I'm getting way too ahead of myself. I'm still holding a fucking pencil. But to be fair, I think we're pretty much ready for paint, which is kind of spooky. It's not that bad. Like, imagine here, like, see the vision real quick? Are you seeing the vision real quick? I don't really have a paintbrush in here that is small and pointy enough for me to want to use on such detail. So this is a stylus which is used for clay, but I'm actually going to try and use this to apply paint. Okay, using this knife as well to scrape away some of the excess after I've done the initial lines is actually pretty cracked. No. Start again. Oh, it's going to get rid of my pencil stencil. Oh, why am I such a pussy, man? I should have just committed. Oh, no. Okay, come on, I need to lock in, man. If the edges look a little rough, a little goofy, that'll be okay. You're not going to notice it from afar anyway. In worst case scenario, I can go over it again in white. It's like not a big deal. Now, would it have killed me to just buy some more paintbrushes before I started to try and paint on this? No, but I didn't think about that before now, so it's relevant really, isn't it? God, my ass is hurting though, real. I'm making the executive decision to rise from my... Oh my god, I'm investing in something else to do it a little differently next time. I cannot have my legs hurting like this. What? Oh, you slut. Oh, you slut. Oh, you slut. Licking the paint to salvage it. One day I'll have a side camera where you can actually see what I'm doing, but like, I just messed up and did a really thick like splodge of black. But I did it, I fixed it, because I am in fact a genius. This is the progress check so far. I'm wearing different clothes now because it is in fact day 3. But I've acquired this tiny ass paintbrush. I'm gonna be using this for coloring in the black outline when I'm done. But I've started so I'll finish, so I'm gonna do the rest of the outline with this and then we'll move on to the paintbrushes for the coloring in. Right, anyway, enough waffle, let's go. Okay, I'm actually freestyling here a little bit, which is just a terrible idea, I know, but like, the pencil stencil I did is different. I'm going based off the print rather than the stencil. I ain't got time to be busting out the pencil again. I need to just crack on. I'll tell you what, guys, one thing I've actually realized, and this is gonna sound so kind of big-headed, but like, artwork in most forms, kind of easy, I can't lie. It just takes loads of time, but like, it's actually not hard, I'll be honest. Am I tweaking? Am I relatable right now? I don't know. Probably just sound like a dick, but I don't know, that's how I see it. This is where we're at right now. It's looking pretty good. I'm ready for colour. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready for colour. So, Rick's hair is blue. We know this. I'm going to use blue. And such class commentary from me. Oh, this is a dark blue though. A little too dark for Ricky Roo. I didn't want to mix colours because then you're kind of on a time limit, and then like if I need to get more paint, I've got to mix it. I've gotten the colour to something that looks about Rick's hair. So I'm just going to start slapping it on. And again, I've got to go over the black again. So if I go over the black now a little bit while I'm painting, that's okay. And I've gone over the black. I've gone over the black a lot actually. Good job, it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna try and just do one coat here. For a couple of reasons. One being because I don't want the paint to get too thick and then like risk peeling off easier. And the other reason being, I don't want to. So there. I also don't want to have to remix more paint to try and get the same color again. I just ain't gonna work. Half the air cut is done. So where the tip comes out, there's like a ridge, you know, like to push the tick kind of out onto the, you know what I mean? No. So initially I wasn't gonna paint over that bit, but I think it's gonna look better, I think. Yeah, I would not have had a good time if I tried to do this eyebrow with a bigger brush, I'll be honest. Okay, I'm just gonna try, I'm gonna make an attempt here, because there's one little part that I'm not happy with, how clearly you can see the brush strokes. Oh, immediately it's been fixed. Oh my god, that was like magic. I wish I had a better camera angle that could show it properly, but wow, that's turned me on. Okay, right, okay. Now I think we do the skin. Now, I don't know how to make a peach skin tone out of these colors. And what a normal person would do is maybe Google, look around. But instead I'm just gonna wing it because Come on now. He's out a bit of white and then a bit of pink, I think. Just but a tiny bit of pink, like so little. And then I want to add in, I think, a little bit of orange. Or maybe yellow. I don't know what I'm doing. To be honest with you, that is peach. That is a peach-ass color. Am I a genius or like, or what's going on there? That is peach. That's a fucking peach. See, this is what I mean, guys. It's easy. It's like, you just do it. You know what I mean? Again, same strap. We're just gonna slap it on and then touch it up with that thin brush. Okay, this is actually coming out very pale. Don't think I'm gonna get away with it like I did with the blue with just the one coat. But that's okay. That's okay. Skin check. It looks a little too colourful almost. It's not very colourful at all, but it looks too colourful for Rick Sanchez's skin. Bro does not look unwell, which I think is the problem. Okay, you know what? I think before I can do anything else on this shoe, I am going to have to wait for that to dry completely, and I don't really want to risk it and start poking around with it now in case it's not fully dry. So, it's time to do morning. It's of course not doing the same on both shoes. This is the design I have for the other shoe. So yeah, that means I'm gonna have to bust out the pencil again. So I can't wait for that to take me a full hour. I can see the vision. That's come out okay. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a black outline on like the nose and the mouth and just like key bits of detail. And then the rest of it, I'm just gonna do the color. Or am I just being stupid? Oh, I should go over the whole lot in black first, really. I'm gonna do it. Fucking now. What is going on? Why does it look so cringe? Like, you see this? It just doesn't look right. Like, I think the eye's too big, but I think I can fix it. Oh God, I'm not enjoying this step. I'll be honest. I just want to get to the coloring in bit. Okay, it's a little messy. I'll be honest. There's like there's that messy bit around the top of the eye that I don't really know how to sort out, but other than that, it looks pretty good. You know what? I've got one brown that's too dark and one brown that's too light. I'm gonna try mixing them together. Probably should have waited a little bit longer because I don't even know if the black's dry. But we're risk takers here on the channel, you should know this by now. Progress so far looks okay, but you can see the brush strokes in it, so I'm probably gonna need to do another coat. But yeah, my camera battery just died, so the next time we go to the other camera, it's gonna be day 4. I did a little extra coat of brown on Morty's haircut there. I just used the lighter of the 2 different color browns that I had, and in hindsight, I should have just done that in the first place. I don't know why I was messing around mixing them. But today we're gonna be doing his skin. So obviously we've got to bust out the white, the yellow, and the pink. And I'm also gonna get ready to use this darker kind of orangey yellow that I have, because I want Morty to have a nice, more saturated skin tone than what I've done for Rick here. But I've got to be careful with the orange because, you know, he ain't Latina. So I don't want to overdo it. Oh man, I'm going to need more white. I've really overdone the pink, I won't lie. That's definitely a little too dark for the likes of for the likes of anyone's skin tone that's gonna look somewhat realistic. So we're gonna put a little bit more white in there if I can muster it up. And then I think we just start slapping it on. Yeah, Morty's pretty easy. He's just a round boy. I'm gonna just do this layer of Morty's skin real quick, and then I'm gonna be, oh, shit. I went over the brown heavy. Okay, so that's what we got so far. It's looking pretty good. I am, however, going to have to do a little touch up on that. Another coat, which is going to be a pain because this is all going to dry up and I'm not going to be able to make the exact same thing again. I'll figure it out. I'll make it work. I always do. Right. Anyway, while that dries fully, I am going to crack on with the Rick, I think. That's the beauty of having these 2 shoes. You know, I don't have to be waiting around for shit to dry. Using my super thin paintbrush, I don't mind if the lines are quite thick. I'm saying that because they're gonna be quite thick, I think. My hand is so unsteady. I am not an artiste, bro. Oh, hang about the bags and fumbles. Where's this? This is gonna be the fattest save of all time if I get it. Oh, bitch! I wish this side camera could zoom in well enough to see the save I just got. You see that little join right there where there's like a little bit of white between the hand and the hair? That wasn't there. I painted that in black by accident. But you wouldn't know it because I am the GOAT and I managed to scrape it away with this little tool, which I am so glad I have. Wow, wow, wow. Ooh, fucking hell, man. What is a win? I didn't drop my shoe and get black paint everywhere and ruin what I've done. That second layer of paint on the eyebrow has made it look significantly better, I think. I was kind of like relying on that second layer of paint sorting it out, which it has. Okay, I'm just gonna power on and go around a bit of the haircut now. I know I probably shouldn't be pointing out everything that goes wrong, but the shape of his head is a little off. It's not quite curved enough around this point. It is okay though. Again, like as long as it's not such a major cock up that it, like you look at it and go, ooh, until you like proper inspect it, it looks fine. At least that's what I'm gonna tell myself and you. Now that the whole black outline is there, I think it's actually pretty good. I won't lie, I like it, I like it. Weird how when it wasn't finished, I wasn't too keen. So
I think I'm just gonna have to do the same shit on the Morty. Oh man, nah, but Morty needs another coat of skin, man. Bro's got blemishes on blemishes right now. That's looking a lot better, right? I like how you can just see my little head in the corner of this frame, by the way. Hello. I think I'm gonna just start cracking on with the black straight away. This bit should be so chill. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't think you guys understand how stressed I will be if this... Fuck me. Just about to say, I don't think you guys understand how stressed I'll be if that falls off. I probably consumed so much paint while I was trying to salvage it by licking the end of this and then poking around and then licking the end of it again. But, you know, it's yummy. Ooh, fuck.
Fucking delicious.
This video's rapidly turning into Shluk scrans paint for an hour. It's a small price to pay for Okay. As you can see, I kind of cocked up. It looked way worse at one point, believe it or not. There was black smudges everywhere. Surely there's some salvageable paint in here somewhere. Ooh, there is not. That means I'm gonna have to try and fashion a skin tone that is the same pretty much as the skin tone I used already. Okay, I think I've achieved it. I think I've achieved the color. Oh, stop, it's perfect. Oh, bitch, you would not even know. You wouldn't even know I cocked up. I got half a mind to just cut that shit out and just have you fooled into thinking it went swimmingly. Okay, we are chilling. All right, now we can go back to doing the black. Because that went really well before. I'm pretty happy with that. But for this last bit, I am going to be doing some pretty heavy freehanding on the details of that hand. Because I did have a pencil sketch, but that's gone now. And I didn't go over it in paint because I'm a dick. I do think I nitpick a little bit because like I'll proper stress about the details, but like realistically that looks like Morty. So what more can you ask for? Okay, so now we have our Rick and our Morty pretty much done. I just need to put one layer of sealant over this and then do the eye pupils on both of them. Now I've got to lock in here. I really do need to lock in. Because if they're in the wrong place, you fucking know it. They look sus as hell. Okay, I think they need to be a little bit bigger, but the placement I'm pretty happy with. I think that looks okay. Not a smart play to put the eye pupils right on the line, but that's just kind of how it happens. And then once I've done these, we're going to go on to doing the tick, which I'm quite keen for. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do for it yet, but I'm keen regardless. I can actually kind of see where I had my pencil outlines of where I was going to put the eyes somehow. Pretty chill. That is our finished Morty. We have a finished Rick and a finished Morty now officially, and we're ready to move on to the tick. What I'm going to do, I think, is just go over the whole thing, the whole tick, both sides in this green here, which is my lightest of the greens I have. I'm going to just actually pop a little bit in here. Oh God, that looks dark. Like, okay, but this is kind of bullshit, right? Look at that color there. That is not the same. It's not the same as the packaging is leading me to believe. I'm gonna mix some colors again. So I'm gonna put quite a lot of yellow in because I want a lighter green. At least for like the base coat, I want quite a light green. Now that is the green I want. That I've crafted that green right there. That's the shit I like. So yeah, like I said, there's just gonna be the base coat of my tick, and then we're gonna do some finer details with some different greens. And this is of course because of the paws that Rick and Morty used to razz about their gaff. Here's where I'm really kind of thinking that the leather paint that I used when I was doing the white would be better here, because I'm doing quite a lot of surface area. I'm not worried if there's texture in this though, because I'm gonna be layering up some different greens anyway. That side came out better. Well, it looks quite nice actually. While I've got the colour and while I let that first coat on the Rick shoe dry, I'm going to be popping a coat on this shoe, which I think should be easier. Morty's hair is a lot more, it's just a circle, let's be honest, so I don't have to go in all the nooks and crannies of like Rick's pointy ass hair. Okay, it's a little weird. So like this is what it looks like right now. It actually looks better through the camera, I think, than it does in real life. But like for some reason this shoe, the stitching is all frayed out and it's like horrid. I don't know why, it's only on this shoe in this spot, but all the stitching's like come out and it's all gone all weird, which is a nightmare to paint on, to be honest. Okay, so the other side done. Looks a little rough right now, but we're gonna have to go through another layer anyway, so that's fine. And I'm going back to Rick since this is probably dry now. It's drying pretty quickly. All right, I'm now gonna be going over it with this super thin brush, which is gonna take me a while, to be honest, but make it look nice and smooth. And also getting all those bits and crannies. I'm also making sure that there's no bits of white poking through where the stitching is, because we don't want that. This one looks way better though. After a second coat, you see it looks way smoother. And I'm just trying to decide whether like the extras that I'm going to do on top are going to be enough for me to be happy with it. I do think that it's coming out a little bit darker than initial, but it doesn't even look bad. I quite like that color as well, to be honest. Of course I would say that because it is that color. Coloring in the tick has really added so much more, I think. Just having the character on there, just like, it's like cool, but like, like you couldn't just have the character, I don't think, on the shoe. I don't think that'd be enough, you know? It's darker than I initially wanted it. I was thinking more of a light neon green. In fact, I was thinking this green. The green that's on this
thing, but apparently it's not actually that color, but it still looks okay. And they are like the same color, even though I did some color mixing, so it came out all right. The temptation to just leave it as is quite overbearing right now, but I had a vision and I intend to pursue it. Okay, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go for this emerald green. I don't know why I'm showing it to the camera. It doesn't look like this. It looks like that one, that emerald green. It's not too much darker than the green I just used, but I also have the very dark green. And I think the idea, well, I know the idea because it's in my head. I'm just gonna do like streaks, I think, down like the kind of edges of the tick. Alrighty, on second thoughts, you cannot see them at all. New plan, we're using the hella dark green. Okay, you know what I'm going to do first, actually, is go around the whole edge in this colour. Actually, to be honest with you, I've started doing this, and I think that might be all I do. I don't know where I'm taking this just yet, but I did just try to do some little streaks down, and the stitching just super gets in the way. It's not going to look how I'd envisioned, but I'm going to just go around the outside in this darker colour, and just see how it looks first. Okay, having said the gradients don't work with these acrylics, I'm trying to get a little gradient with these acrylics, and it's kind of working. Like if you look at the lower bit of that tick, that's kind of what I like that. I like that a lot. I didn't realize that this was like even a thing that would be so effective when it comes to painting, but putting a little bit more paint on than you really want and then wiping it out. Yeah, that's the strat I was talking about. Throwing the paint onto one's body. Slap a little bit more on, and then I was either scraping it away with a knife, or just then I was wiping it away with my finger, which was kind of creating that sort of gradient effect that I wanted. So yeah, I'm sure if you actually paint things, you're fully aware of all the things I'm talking about, like there's some sort of revelation. But for me, they are some sort of revelation. Honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it there. That looks pretty sick. Just adds a little bit more by having that black outline rather than it just being just the standard green like that. That's it, both shoes are done painting wise, and now all that's left to do is slap a couple of decent coats of this stuff on just to lock it in place, even though these acrylics are actually pretty badass. Like, they don't really come off once they've fully dried, but by adding some of this shit on, that'll be extra chill. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, then slap some laces on these bad boys, and I will see you on
day 5, and I'll be honest with you, I thought I was going to have to do more work on the shoes here, but pretty much all I had to do was put the laces on them. So the shoes are done, and I am super happy with how they turned out. I'm never really sure how difficult these projects are going to be when I start them, but I think I managed to do the painting pretty well, all things considered. Also, how good are these laces, by the way? I literally just found them online. They're not Rick and Morty themed or anything, but talk about a perfect match. And with all that being said, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video to the end. This video has been in the works for literally 9 months. People can make other people quicker than I have made this YouTube video. So I'm super relieved to finally have been able to get around to finishing it. Any and all support on this video will be greatly appreciated as per, and of course I feel obligated to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, if you do that, hopefully you won't miss my next upload in 2027.